Hi, I'd just like to share with you my thoughts on the recent Cancer Research UK ad campaign promoting the connection between obesity and cancer. And to quote from that campaign, obesity puts millions of adults at greater risk of cancer, and because they were obviously making a comparison with the relationship between smoking and cancer, and we're using a cigarette packet as part of the visual of the campaign, but on the packet it said, obesity is a cause of cancer too. Now, is this great marketing? Well, yes, of course it's great marketing, because everybody was talking about it. It received national coverage on television, publications, magazines. Everybody's, in fact, still talking about it. And do we need to stop pussyfooting around the obesity epidemic that we have in the UK and all the corresponding health issues that go with those high levels of obesity? Well, hell yeah, of course we need to stop pussyfooting around. Was the ad fat shaming? Well, I personally don't think it was, but then I've never been fat, so perhaps I'm really, potentially not in a position to comment on that. But now come the huge buts, if you'll excuse the pun from me. Their ultimate aim was, according to them, to get the government to ban junk food advertising to kids. And yet, the ad really didn't do either of those things. It wasn't communicating with government ministers, and it didn't mention junk advertising, so the advertising of junk foods to kids. They were in fact public awareness ads. But very importantly, the biggest butt of ever, dare I say, is that obesity is not the cause. Obesity is the end condition. It is consuming far too many high calorie and nutrient poor foods and drinks that cause the problem. Because trust me, nobody ever became obese from eating too many vegetables. So the ads were actually not helpful to people who are obese, and there were heartfelt outpourings on Twitter from people with eating disorders, for example, basically saying that this was just adding yet another anxiety to their already fragile state. And to be honest, I expect much better from Cancer Research UK and from their marketing team and agency, because they've now disengaged with the very people who need help in changing the choices they make when it comes to eating and drinking. They don't need another anxiety adding, and that anxiety will probably do what? Make them turn to food, as many were saying. That's not my personal view, that's what people who are already overweight or obese were saying on Twitter. So in future Cancer Research UK, please give more thought to who you are engaging with and what impact you want to have. So bottom line from me, no, I think your ad campaign failed in that you have disengaged with the millions of people that the ad was actually talking to.